Good morning and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is a very impromptu, off-the-cuff video. And just a couple quick disclaimers. I have a 4-month-old puppy that is running around, so she might be featured in today's video. And also I have my daughter home because I'm not an essential worker. Christian is at school because Miles is an essential worker. So one kid at school, one kid at home. She's in the living room watching TV, so she might also make a couple of quick appearances. So, speaking of Joe, what?
Can I play Play-Doh?
Yes, you can play with the Play-Doh. Just bring it to the table and be careful not to drop any, please. I don't want Wendy to eat any.
Okay.
Ta-da! My life. I just wanted to make a quick video about something that I've been dealing with for all of my life, but really heavily the past couple of days. And I've also been really struggling to make content because I'm constantly scared of what people are going to say or think. But that's not why I started this in the first place. That's not why I wanted to do this in the first place. I wanted to do YouTube for me. So I'm going to make this video, and I don't care if there aren't pretty lights. I don't care if there's not a pretty background. I don't care if I'm in my cat pajama bottoms and drinking my coffee. I don't care. I don't care if my dog's going to make an appearance. I don't care if my daughter's going to make an appearance. I just need to make this video. Otherwise, I will talk myself out of it, because that's what this video is about. It's confronting that mean voice that lives inside all of us. So unless you were blessed and fortunate enough to grow up in a loving, supportive, incredibly supportive household with an incredibly supportive family, and like you've always had that backbone to rely on, you probably have a mean voice. And even if you did have that kind of household, you probably still have a little bit of a mean voice somewhere in your mind that tells you the things like, you're not good enough, you can't do this, you're not worthy of this, etc., etc., so on and so forth. And I want to talk about it a little because, hold on, Joe needed to tell me that this was in the Play-Doh bag and that I could have it. She's sharing him with me, so he's going to be my little friend and he's going to sit right there. Let's talk about where the mean voice comes from. So, as you're growing up, you have all of these different situations and people that happen and that are in your life that make you feel anything less than good. So that one time that you told your mom that you were so excited about this project and she just wouldn't listen, or that one time that your boyfriend broke up with you for X, Y, and Z at 14, 15 years old. Like, it doesn't matter what the trauma was. If something affected you and made you feel less than spectacular, it probably has given you a complex. And what I mean by that is, so for example, go back to you told your mom you were so excited about something and she didn't really care. She didn't really listen. She kind of brushed it off, whatever. What your mom subliminally told you was that your thoughts, your opinions, whatever the situation was, it doesn't matter. You didn't bring any value to her by what you were saying. And so in your brain, in your little kid's brain, it's going to start thinking like, well, shit, I don't fucking matter. And then you get the gist, so on and so forth. So many different little things that you can believe about yourself are absorbed throughout your life, right? And then it just sticks with you. And that's your mean voice. That's the voice that prevents me from doing YouTube the way that I want to. It's the voice that prevents me from pursuing photography the way that I want to. It's the voice that, Wendy K, stop biting my pants. It's the voice that keeps me in a hole, that keeps all of us in a hole when we're in the deepest and the hardest parts of our life. And I think that right now, more than ever, everyone in the world, everyone in my life is stuck inside. There's only so much we can do inside before we're left to our own devices, and those devices are social media. Basically, that's going to be what it's all left to. Unless you're some kind of artist, or you are constantly, you have this motivation or this drive, and most people that I know don't really have that drive unless they're medicated and they have something to help keep them going. So now more than ever, I feel like people need to learn how to navigate the main voice. And I'm not going to sit here and act like I have all of the answers, because I don't. But I do want you to know that you're not alone. You are not the only one in the world dealing with this right now. And I think now more than ever, we need to force ourselves to do things that we don't really necessarily want to be doing, right? I want to give you the tools that work for me to help keep you out of falling into this dark place where your mean voice keeps you down and prevents you from doing anything that it is, like anything that you want to be doing, right? Okay, so my first rule would be to have a morning and a night routine. I know that right now in quarantine, time doesn't fucking exist. But to me, a morning and a night routine are holy grail. It will start and end your day on the foot that it needs to be started and finished on. So what I mean by that is get up. Get the fuck out of bed at a certain time. Don't let yourself lay in bed until noon. Don't let yourself skip breakfast. Unless you're not a breakfast person, just have your cup of coffee, have a couple glasses of water, do whatever it is you need to do. Wash your face, brush your teeth, take a shower. A shower in the morning is always so refreshing. Like, take a hot shower, relax, and then turn that shit to cold and get your energy on point. And then meditate, journal, listen to music, have a dance party in your room before you get started doing whatever it is you're going to set out to do on that day. I've been making it a point to try to keep my house as clean as I can. We have 2 kids, we have 2 dogs in this house, and then 2 adults that are typically... My daughter's singing happy birthday, it's not my birthday. So trying to keep my house clean every day and trying to keep an organized, clean space is super important to me right now, because I'm in this space 24/7. And if it's not clean, my mind gets messy. If my house is messy, my mind gets messy. So try to keep a clean space, try to keep a morning and night routine. Those are my first 2 tips. My third tip would be to force yourself to reach out. Force yourself to have conversations with people that understand you, that only further validate you, that are really, just your backbone when you can't be the backbone for yourself. I know that sounds very codependent, and I think we live in a time where codependency is frowned upon, and it's not always something to be looked down on. Sometimes leaning into the people that you love and letting them help you is fucking important. I love the idea of self-empowerment and needing and loving oneself, but I think the pendulum swung, and it swung too far. It swung to the point that we're shaming people for needing others. If we didn't have community, we have nothing. And that's my take on that. So, morning and night routine, keep a clean fucking house, and then reach out to your support system and have conversations, see how they're doing, this, that, and the other, whatever. What would be another tip? Do some self-development things. So tip number 4 would be self-development, whether that be do fucking 100 crunches or 50 push-ups or run around the block alone, or do something physical to move your body. For sure, as far as self-development goes, move your body, whether that's a workout or a light stretch. Stretching releases energy in the body, and don't know what it is about me, but every time that I stretch, I always ascend into a better mood. Like, a good stretch really knows how to put me in that place, because I'm releasing tension from my body. I'm releasing that energy that's held in places that's keeping me in a bad mood, keeping me in a dark place, etc. Still on the topic of self-development, journal, read a book, learn something, listen to a podcast. I really love the Papaya podcast by Sarah Landry, Recovering from Reality. That's a good one too if you've had a lot of trauma in your life. And hold on, I'm back. Sorry, my dog was terrorizing my kid. Recovering from Reality podcast, A1. The Minimalist podcast, also A1. And then Joe Rogan. If you're a dude, fucking watch his YouTube videos. They're bomb. Listen to his podcasts. They're bomb. Learn something. Put yourself outside of your mind and into something else is the whole purpose. Because if you're in your mind for too long and you're not trying to grow and you're not trying to learn and you're not trying to stay busy, that's where you're going to start to watch your fucking nosedive immediately. Okay, this was, like I said, very off the cuff and impromptu, so I've come up with 4. So, morning and night routine, keeping a clean space, reaching out to your support system, self-development, and I think tip number 5, I want to leave it at be gentle with yourself. That's a good one. A lot of us can be really, really mean to ourselves. I think we're our own biggest critic. Most of us are very much in an abusive relationship with ourselves in our minds. We say the most fucked up shit in our heads that we would never say to our family or friends. And so I think that needs to it needs to stop. I know that that's easier said than done because, like I said, this video is based solely off my experience and what I go through regularly. So this video is really for me. I'm really kind of talking to myself. Whatever. Being gentle with yourself is fucking important. And I know, like I said, it's easier said than done, but if you have the 5 seconds of I can fucking do this, and you can do the other 4 things that I've listed, if you can get yourself up to do those things and you can stay focused and busy enough and invested in those things, being gentle with yourself becomes a lot more doable, achievable. Yeah, because when you're just sitting there doing nothing, it's so easy to find every reason to pick yourself apart and be mean to yourself. And that's just not what we're gonna fucking do in 2020. That's not what we need to be doing right now. This is my roommate's dog. I don't know if you can fully see his body, but this is Tyrion. Yeah. I know that a lot of my videos are going to be really informal and really messy and gross and unorganized. But you know what? I don't care because I have things to say and I'm going to fucking say them. Maybe one day I'll get better and more organized. Maybe one day my videos will be pretty and aesthetically pleasing. But right now I don't give a fuck. Right now I just have a message to put out there. And yeah, I hope that this helps you. If there are things that I weren't clear on or things that you want to talk about further, fucking comment down below. Find me on Instagram, Becca X BECCA XANNN 3 N's. DM me and we can fucking chat. Yeah, I hope that you took something from this. I hope that if the only thing you took from this was that you don't feel alone anymore, I'm stoked. And I love you. And we're gonna get through this. This time is temporary. It blows my mind that we're all literally living in our houses and like not allowed to leave, and everything is closed. It's fucking insane. I can't believe it. It's hard to grasp, but we've got to be there for each other. We've got to do our best to keep ourselves in a higher vibration. We can't let ourselves fall into the pits of despair anymore. No more mean voice. Okay, I hope you like this video. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, if you have anything you want to say, comment below. Please, if you like this video, please fucking like it. Please subscribe to my channel. You know, a girl's got a family. So hook me up. Share this with somebody that you think needs it. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go. Bye.